Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Mountain Pass and it's under the command of Private Jack Bomber. Now he's an Arty enthusiast, I know that because you will find out later in the game why. He's got quite a good record as well. He's got blue stats, which means he is very good in the game. Well, he's got a 155mm howitzer, which is capable of doing 550 alpha and penetrating 39mm of armour with a burst radius of 7 meters. A lot of people describe the M44 as potentially the best Arty in the game, and I'd say that tier for tier it is. In fact, a lot of Super Unicums complain that it's OP, but it's very much the same as the other tier 6 Artys. Now, Private Jack Bomber, who we'll probably just call Private or Jack or Bomber, is actually aiming towards the enemy, and he was actually aiming towards those fences being knocked down because something was knocking them down as they moved past them, and I reckon that shell did damage one of the enemy tanks at that moment. He can't see the enemy yet because nobody in his team have actually spotted them. Okay, the Cromwell's got to the western pass and there's no enemy in sight round there yet. But he's got a Panther M10 with him. Oh, enemy's been spotted. It's a Churchill 7 at the north end of the bowl. Up in the ice road, we've got a Super Hellcat and a Striv. On the bridge road, we've got a VK1601P and a Black Prince. He's going for the ice road, the Striv 74 and the Super Hellcat, dialing in on target. Okay, he's ready to shoot, rounds out. It lands short and he misses the Striv, but there's a few enemy tanks that have moved down already, including a Cromwell IS-2 and an IS. Now you can see from the red line, he can't hit those guys because there's an obstruction in the way. Over on the western pass we can see a Centurion, and that Centurion is facing off against the Panther M10. He's dialing in, rounds out. A good splash hit for 162. One of the great things about the M44 is its fast reload. If you specify all of the options to get the maximum reload time, you can, or minimum reload time, you can fire once every 15.18 seconds and the next shell hits that 90B in the side. Unfortunately, the Panther is taking some damage, but it seems that Private Jack Bomber is dealing out the damage on them. Rounds out in the Centurion. Direct hit, 175. 2 critical hits in that, so he's probably damaged the tracks and possibly knocked out a crew member on that Centurion, and that's what made him hesitate for a second because he was putting the crew member back in. Rounds out again. Another direct hit, 177. Okay, we're going for another shot. He's the only Arty on his team in this game, so he's doing a lot of support work and he's decided to try and help the guys push through this corner. That shell was a long way short. RNG said no on that occasion. He's loading another one. Almost ready. Rounds out straight away. This time he gets a direct hit right into the side of the Centurion, tracks the guy. He's down to 33% of his health now, so he's not a happy bunny. Lining up another shot, rounds out. Lands behind him, the Centurion moved away from the aim point. But he's gone back to the old one, and so Private Jack Bomber's going to have another go. Keeps changing position though. He knows that he's got to keep on the move, otherwise he's going to get hit. And that one was right in the turret for 207, so now he's a one shot. Jack Bomber can get him on the next shot if he can get a high roll. Rounds out. Yes! 272, he did get it. And now he's setting his target on the T28 prototype. He's marked the target to let his teammates know that's where I'm aiming. So they know they're going to get support. If they can track that guy, they'll pick up damage assist. And even if they don't, they fire at that guy. Oh, lovely. He hit 2 at once there. hit the Thunderbolt and the T-28 prototype together. They moved alongside each other just as the shell arrived. Unfortunately now they have moved behind the screen of that mountain and he can't shoot because he's got a red line. Yeah, no, he's got no shot. Not unless they move forward. And they're not moving forward, they're moving back because our guys are advancing. Now it looks like the enemy have actually pushed through on the ice road. So I think Jack Bomber's going to have to move very shortly. Because if he doesn't, the enemy's going to see him. He fires one round in and gets down from the cliff because, yep, the enemy's turned up. And now will be the best time for him to change his position. So he's going to shoot at the guys coming up the ice road and then potentially at the guys coming up through the bridge road. Yep, there's a whole bunch of enemy tanks. He's not going close to the water to dive over the edge of the cliff. No, he's using the camo of those bushes. Okay, next target is a VK16801P, the Martian. Okay, the enemy have pushed through the bridge road, but an IS is coming to sight. Direct hit, 307, it's tracked him, and he's out the game. Kill shot went to the SU-100Y, the box tank. Okay, Super Hellcat, soft armor on that thing. He's going to have to change position to get a shot at that guy. He's looping at the shell over the top of the mountain. From the position he was in before, the mountain was in the way, or the ridgeline was in the way. Now he's going to loop it over in front of that ridgeline, and he failed on that shot. It hit the rocks. He's having to pull back because an enemy tank is getting close and he needs the cover. He needs some distance of some foliage between him and the enemy. Next target is a Churchill 7. Lining up the shots. Rounds out. Unfortunately it lands short and the enemy's now pushing through. We do have an AMX M445 nearby protecting us. But unfortunately we've got a red line from the position we're in. And that means we can't shoot over because the ground is in the way. But as it gets closer, we should be able to hit him. Just see him there. Gets a hit. 201. He can't move any further back without falling over the edge, and he doesn't want to do that. Okay, the Black Prince has been killed. The Churchill 7's been killed. And now it's 5 versus... or is it 6 versus 5? Now there was a Hellcat seen up on the heights up there. He fires a round in. He moves back. Oh! Takes the shell. And I just saw the tracer from the enemy Arty. He's up on that the hill next door to the Hellcat. Now he's moving position again. The Cromwell's just been killed, which means there's only the VK1601P. There he is. And there's the M44 up on the hill. I did see that tracer. Rounds out in the VK, hits behind him, and potentially that's a high caliber. There's a Super Hellcat only a few yards away, and our box tank's moving to intercept. Can we get a shot? Oh no, we can't because the box tank gets there before us. We're going for the M44. He's right up on the heights there. He must know that he's been seen. Rounds out. This is for a kill. And he gets it. That's 3 kills now. Private Jack Bomber's having a good game, but unfortunately we just lost our Churchill 7 to that Martian. Rounds out in the Martian. And he took that round, but it didn't kill him. The Rudy's up on the rise. And we know the Martian's getting closer and closer. He'll get one more shot at the Martian before he goes around the corner. Rounds out. Oh, he stopped. He stopped. And the shell missed him. But the Martian's turning to engage the Rudy, who came down from the cliff. And he's got that famous teeth mask on the front of his vehicle. We're lining up a shot. Rounds out. This could kill. It doesn't. It tracks him. This is to win the game. One more shot. He's almost loaded. Go for it, Jack. Get him. Lines him up. Rounds out. Yes! Wins the game with the last shot. Fantastic. 4 kills goes to Private Jack Bomber. Great win. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tank of a Private Jack Bomber in the M44. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 18 in total. And he got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. Don't believe the 10 that it says there. It is 8 according to the wiki. He also was in platoon with somebody else who managed to get at least 3 kills, and so he gets a Brothers in Arms medal. He got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. And he got the second highest damage in the 1.91 update. Let's have a look at the team score. 3,797 hit points of damage. It's a very high score for a tier 6 Arty. His second highest damage in the game was in fact the M18 Hellcat on the enemy team, the one he one-shotted up on top of the cliff. 1,861 hit points of damage to him. And after that it was the M4 M44 with 1,835 hit points. When it came to kills, it was Private Jack Bomber again with 4 kills. He's got the top on that one. 3 kills went to the box tank and the VK16801P, and he was in platoon with the box tank, and they both got the Brothers in Arms. And when it came to base XP, it's Private Jack Bomber. Yes, he really easily had that one because he did so well. 1,472 base to him, 1,007 went to the AMX M4 M45, and 930 went to the Panther M10. He fired 25 rounds in that game, got 10 direct hits and 1 penetration. I'd probably guess that the penetrating shot was probably on that Super Hellcat, but on the Hellcat rather, not the Super. Yes, it is. That was the one he penetrated because he one-shotted him right up on top of the cliff. 23 splash as well, damage of 3,797 hit points, and all of it was done at more than 300 meters. He damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 4, and so there's a 7 difference, and that's why he got the Confederate, and 790 hit points of stun assist off 20 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 43,261 credits and got 70,000 credits from personal mission payout, and after ammunition resupply took away a profit of 122,267 credits from a 9-minute 47 seconds game. That's a very good score. That's the sort of score you get from Frontline, but he got it from a standard ordinary random game. 1,472 XP times 2 for the first victory, 4,416 from personal mission payout, and took away 8,832 experience points altogether. He called this one Arty is Love, Arty is Life. That's why I know he's an Arty professional. He plays Arty the most, and with good reason, because if you are this good as an Arty player, yeah, why not do it all the time? Because that's why you can get really good stats. This gentleman has a very high win rating and a very high win rate. His win rate rating is definitely over in the blue, so it puts him just below the Unicums at this moment, but getting there. He won't be long before he is a Unicum himself, but he certainly loves playing his Arty, and I do too, so I can recognise where he's coming from with this. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.